This might be the last video with Squirrel, and I'm going to show you guys how to work on trailer loading with your horses, specifically Mustangs. Hi buddy. But I figured I'd show you guys where he's at with the haltering process. The first couple days he was here, I just left the halter on him because there were some other things I wanted to work on instead, and just worked on getting him to understand how to approach me and have a little bit more confidence in that way. And then I wanted to work on the active haltering. So then the past couple days he's been left unhaltered so we could work on this. Go away. So if he gets nervous, that's fine. My thing for him is I pat my thigh to try to get his attention to come back. And they all get haltered differently. I mean, some of them don't like the arm going up above their head. Some of them are better with the halter being tossed over, but his biggest thing is just that initial approach to get it on. So I'm going to see if I can get him to draw up to me a few more times. A few other things that I've been working on with him the past couple of days have been picking up the feet, and I actually got the feet picked up well enough that we were able to get the front ones done, and now the hind feet are in the works of being that comfortable, but he's doing well picking them up. Of course, he was right off screen when we got to the halter going on, but he's not really one to jerk away when you're putting the halter on. He's more just like a slowly move and walk away type. So the more that he can understand when I put the halter on, we can just hang out a bit, it can come off, the better. Otherwise, he's going to always associate it with some sort of really hard work. Alright, looking at some of those pre-loading exercises, I'm going to start with moving the hindquarters some. So I want to be able to walk around to his side, and get that hind end to disengage while not having him locking out. Good, that was better. Good. And I don't want to over drill on any of these things. It's just checking for softness in the body. Good boy. That was very soft. Our next exercise is moving the shoulder. So again, just a little bit of energy put into this. Into a little bit of a corner, so I'm going to try to bring him out again. That's what happens when they keep backing up through it. So now if he backs up this time, I'm going to close my hand, good, and ask for him to come forward. He stayed forward that time. If you have a horse that's in the habit of going backwards in all these exercises, you just have to keep your body good, more forward, and not go backwards with them. Help them out a little bit. So this exercise is especially good for this guy because he's got a little bit of a heavy head blocking issue. Good boy. So you can tell how difficult it is, especially by the snorting, for him to really let go of this side and unlock his feet and keep his head turned a little bit ways away from me. Step up. Good boy. That was a soft step. Good. You could see he wanted to get into almost a little bit of a fight with me over here about me asking the shoulder to move. Sometimes you just have to wait it out a little bit. Good. And slowly walk them through it, especially when it's a difficult one for them. Accept the small steps. Good boy. Good. And then a little bit of work on backing, which he does okay with, so I feel like I won't have to do too much. Good. 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 Better. And you can't look for for perfection the first few times you're doing these things. You really just want them to start understanding the idea of it. What you see me doing here, I think I have in one of my top 5 groundwork exercises. Most of these are actually in that. And it is a foal release. So I'm actually going to drop my stick and see if I can help him some with the rope. Good. Anytime that he gives and softens that pole, I release. The goal is to have him keep it soft and understand how to give to pressure when it's pulling downwards and soften through his whole top line for that. So ideally, I don't want him to keep popping back up. A little bit more, buddy. Oh boy. One of the last things I'll do with these guys to prep them as far as the basics for loading is sending. So direct with my hand, guide with the stick. Ask those hindquarters to yield. Good. Good. And this is some of what you've seen me do with him, I think in that last video I uploaded of him. Good. So I'll do this for a couple minutes with him, just until he gets more relaxed and less snorty. Boy. This very first day working on trailer loading, I'm not going to be walking up there with him. I'm just going to see if I can get him to have enough curiosity, understand the sending exercise, and gain a little bit of confidence of his own to step up. So I go into the sending position with him, and anytime he walks forward a few steps, I take that pressure off and let him rest for a moment. Right here, if he wants to turn in and look at me, that's fine. I might even walk up and give him a few face scratches if that helps him feel relaxed. But the biggest thing is that I wait for him to get a little closer, find some sign of relaxation in him, and then I'll ask again for him to move forward. Good, and right there, if he decides that's forward enough for him right now, I'll let him stop. Hang out until he relaxes a little more, and then ask him to go forward again. The other thing that you won't see me demonstrate necessarily with this method, but with all of my trailer loading methods, is if I'm on the trailer with them and they are backing up, I do not apply any pressure to this lead rope. I try to move backwards with them and constantly have this stick reaching out behind to add energy from behind. I won't put any pressure on the head. Even asking them to go forward onto it, good boy, I won't have any pressure on the head. Good. Even just reaching out and sniffing it, I like that he thought about doing that instead of backing up, and he's licking and chewing, so I'll give a release for that one send forward. So now I'm going to look for a step away. Away. Right? Good boy. Yeah, good job. Anytime he tries, I would release there just for half a second, and he can jump up there, he can calmly walk up, he can go as far back as he wants, and if he can stand up there and stand and wait like he's doing right now, that's fantastic. If he's one that jumps on and immediately wants to run out and it's not safe enough yet for me to get up there and have them halt and back up and wait, then I'm going to make sure I stay out of range and keep letting them send on and off until they are exiting it at a calm walk at least, and then slowing down their brain to think. So right now he's doing great. He's waiting up there for me to give him the go-ahead to come down. Good boy. Good. And I do like to start with the ability to walk them forward off of that trailer, not have them back up. Prepping for backing off of a trailer is a whole different set of exercises. That'll be it for this session. I'm proud of how that last load went on. So now he gets to go hang out and realize all I wanted him to do is step up there and hang out. No extra energy. Yeah, now you get to have dinner. That is how I introduce one that is still a little bit wild. He's getting gentle, but a little bit wild to trailer loading. For one that's a little more domestic, I might be up there on the trailer, but still working on having them send on and come up to me, and I would be not adding any pressure to this lead rope, whether it be going forward or backwards. The only time I add pressure to the lead rope is if the head is not straight to the trailer. But I will make another video on trailer loading horses that might have problems versus one that is still a little bit wild in the future. But I was very impressed with him gaining that confidence to go and step up there on his own, and then being able to relax while he's up there is pretty impressive. Good boy, you want to come down? Good job, squirrel.